Garden gnomes, from the people who brought you lawn globes with nipples.
Welcome aboard! I'm Cookie Masterson, and don't worry, very few people have ever died during this game. Fewer than 100. Oh good, you're all alone. I was just about to do some laundry. This'll be much more fun. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Stop Sign Quarterly Magazine, because all the other magazine topics were already taken.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Get ready, time for question 1.
To get things rolling, kiss the cook, please. So, I'm taking a cooking class tonight, hoping to meet some single ladies, maybe flirt a little. Which of these sexy maneuvers would be the least saucy? Licking fondant off my lips, winking while smelling coulis, playfully starting an aioli fight, or tasting pesto off my finger? Watch the clock. Fondant is a special type of cake icing and not a sauce. The others here are sauces. It's still pretty sexy, though. In fact, I'm wearing it on my nipples right now, mostly to prevent chafing.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it's
It's time for... She sells surgical procedures by the seashore. Say extra host Maria Menounos decides she needs a new nose. If she wants the one that'll give her the best sense of smell, what should Maria Menounos' new nose be? A dog's nose, a bear's nose, an elephant's nose, or a cow's nose? Let this be a lesson to you. Ready for this? A bear has the best sense of smell of any land mammal and possibly the best in the world. I really hope she doesn't get that bear nose, though. My chances with her are slim enough without her being able to smell really well.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here's one I like to call Death Comes to Us All. Who kicked the bucket? A guy who kicked To Kill a Mockingbird's kid? A guy who kicked Where the Wild Things Are's kid? A guy who kicked James and the Giant Peach's kid? Or a guy who kicked Charlie and the Chocolate Factory's kid? Watch your time! Charlie Bucket is the hero of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So somebody kicks Charlie Bucket. Big deal. At least he didn't get sucked up a glass tube or turned into a blueberry or thrown down a garbage chute or shrunk down to 6 inches or have an everlasting gobstopper shoved up his butt. That last one's from the porno version, actually. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Take a good look at Robin Thicke as Thieves. I love that old Robin Thicke video, Blurred Lines, with all the sexy nudity and... Oh, there's a song too? No, I've never watched it with sound. What might Robin Thicke have if he drew 6 blurred lines? A fuzzy octagon, a blurry hexagon, an indistinct pentagon, or a blurry heptagon? There are 6 lines in a hexagon. But if Robin Thicke drew it, it would be a sexagon, am I right? So sexy. Now, which one of the women in the video is Robin Thicke? The blonde one?
5 fingers.
Coming up, the paisley fabric of society, and it's time for a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a song by country music star Brad Paisley, or a chapter from Nelson Mandela's autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom. If it's Brad Paisley, press the square button. If it's Nelson Mandela, press the circle button. Alrighty then, here it comes. A country childhood. I can't change the world. Birth of a freedom fighter. I'm still a guy. Letter to me. Talking with the enemy. Accidental racist. Not bad, but don't expect a curtain call. An international icon, a true believer in freedom, and a man who stood up for what was right. Brad Paisley is easily one of my top 10 favorite country singers. That's round one, and I'm happy to report you have the best score. Don't forget, in round two, all the cash is doubled. All right, you ready? Too bad. Say hello to, like Play-Doh rice. Which brand of rice would most likely cause Spider-Man to suddenly break down and cry in the grocery store? Soderains, Rice-A-Roni, Uncle Ben's, or Minute Rice? Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, had an Uncle Ben who was tragically killed by a robber when he was younger. Luckily, he doesn't have a dead Aunt Jemima, or the grocery store would emotionally wreck him.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Open wide for the male gaze.
Mr. Masterson, there's a package for you.
Yes! It's the Playboy Bunny poster I got from eBay. The joke's on you, Poster Guy 83, because I ended up outbidding you by over $100. Oh, it's beautiful. It almost looks real. Say, if my Playboy Bunny poster could come alive the same way the Velveteen Rabbit did, what should I do? Pray that it comes alive, dump it in my magical fountain, die and let my own soul enter it, or show it some love? What were you thinking there? Allow me. The Velveteen Rabbit had the ability to come alive when its owner truly loved it. Okay, it's worth a shot. I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh my god, she's alive.
What happened? Where am I? Why are there pictures of cats everywhere?
Oh, yeah, don't worry, they won't interrupt us.
Ah! Get away from me!
Well, time to get a new poster.
Follow me down to the sea.
May I introduce... That's one long Toy Story. Say the next Toy Story movie introduces a new character named Buzz Parsec. Judging by his name, about how many Buzz Lightyears should fit inside of him? About 3 Buzz Lightyears, about 30 Buzz Lightyears, about 300 Buzz Lightyears, or about 3 million Buzz Lightyears? Oh, honestly. There are 3.26 light years in a parsec. So in theory, you would be able to fit 3 whole Buzz Lightyears and like maybe just the arm of a 4th Buzz Lightyear into a single Buzz Parsec. A bigger and better Buzz character is a good idea. They could even get the toy to be voiced by a bigger and better actor than Tim Allen, like, oh, who am I kidding? Impossible! Take a good look at Wax On, Get Off. So you know the Madame Tussauds wax museums, right? There's one in London, one in New York, one in Hollywood. So tell me this. If the infamous Hollywood Madame got a wax statue in the Hollywood Madame Tussauds, what could you see there? An unusually shiny Ashley Dupree, a fake-looking Divine Brown, a dead-eyed Deborah Jean Pelfrey, or an awkwardly posed Heidi Fleiss? Time's almost... What a pity. Watch how easy this is. Ashley Dupree was Elliot Spitzer's prostitute, Divine Brown was Hugh Grant's prostitute, Deborah Jean Pelfrey was the DC Madam, and Heidi Fleiss was known as the Hollywood Madam. So she'd be perfect for the Hollywood Madame Tussauds. And if you slip her $400, she'll hook you up with the wax hooker of your choice. This one's known as $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $. What kind of bank did a cartoon bank robber most likely just rob if they're carrying giant money bags with this symbol on them? A cartoon British bank, a cartoon German bank, a cartoon Mexican bank. That is the pound sterling symbol, used for currency in several countries, maybe most famously in England. And when robbing a cartoon British bank, it's important not to attract the attention of any mustachioed cartoon bobbies. And I'll throw you in a cartoon jail before you have a chance to cartoon run away, leaving only a cartoon puff of smoke shaped like your cartoon body. Welcome to the attack. Oh, do you need to be somewhere? My mistake. Here's your clue. Psych to be at this hospital. What's their movie that's set in a psych ward? Good luck. That's all she wrote! I tried to shoot a student film inside a psych ward once. The problem was they wouldn't let me out to get a camera to shoot it.
You don't know Jack!
Come on down to Barbecue Street all week for some great deals on food and fixins'. Mondays, it's 25% off Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings. Tuesdays, it's 50% off whatever Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings are left over from Monday. Wednesday, we've got 10% off our famous Dry Spice Ribs. But make sure to come back on Thursday for 60% off a sampler platter of Monday's leftover Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings and Wednesday's Dry Spice Ribs. Fridays, we kick things up a notch when you can get a free order of Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings and Dry Spiced Rib Soup just for walking in the door. And you're not going to want to miss Saturdays when we'll give you $10 just to take some of these rotten chicken wings and ribs out of here. You don't even have to eat them, you just have to take them with you. Sundays we're closed to hose the place down. Barbecue Street. You're probably going to want to come in on Monday.
Hi there, I'm Evan Jacober, and I'm just watching this microphone till Cookie gets back from the bathroom.
I'm coming! See, it was sad you're playing alone, but you already know that. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
The Mime Weather Channel. The weather channel that will really pull you in with an invisible rope.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. And so it begins.
Get ready, time for question.
First up, time for another question. I'm sorry about all the noise. My cleaning lady is vacuuming right now because apparently it couldn't wait till tomorrow when I'm out of the office. Anyway, speaking of loud, obnoxious noises, tell me, what do loud, obnoxious sound waves like the ones coming from my cleaning lady's vacuum travel through the fastest? Solids, liquids, gases, or sound waves always travel at the same speed? What? No, I don't think so. Now pay attention. In general, sound waves travel fastest through solids. Oh, I guess she's done. All right, Miranda, next time can you... Hey, where'd she go? Steve, the sound guy, did you see a cleaning lady leave here?
Cookie, we haven't had a cleaning lady in over 40 years.
Wait, you've been working here for over 40 years? Man, Steve, the sound guy, that's really pathetic.
Yeah.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
And now, I trust Angry Penguin 69's opinion. The logo of which department store could accurately be called 1 star by Yelp reviewers? Kohl's, Macy's, JCPenney, or Nordstrom? Macy's logo consists of one big red star. But it's one heck of a big red star. In fact, I'd give their big red star 4 stars out of 5. If it were inside a Super Target logo, I might even consider giving it 5 out of 5.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Pucker up for War Out. If military combat drones served the same purpose as honeybee drones, what would happen during a drone strike? Drones stinging enemy combatants? Drones making honey for enemy combatants? Drones barfing on enemy combatants? Or drones having sex with enemy combatants? Time's a-wasting! You're about to be stung. This would have worked. Honeybee drones don't sting, they don't make honey, they're pretty much just around to have sex. Which would explain why most drone strikes only last a few seconds. It's time for... These drawings are foul-mouthed, and it's time to draw up a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 titles, and for each one you tell me if it's the name of a piece of art in the Museum of Modern Art, or the name of a South Park episode. If it's MoMA, press the square button. If it's South Park, press the circle button. Okay, we're off. 2 children are threatened by a nightingale. 2 guys naked in a hut. War is no nice. Eek, a penis. Adjustable wall bra. Cat's orgy. Make love. We'll hang this in the kind of crappy wing. And just like an episode of South Park, most modern art is created in under 6 days. Let's try squares dancing. How would I show you on the dance floor that I am rhythmically gifted for an entire circadian rhythm cycle? By doing the robot for 8 hours, by doing the sprinkler move for 12 hours, by doing the shopping cart move for 24 hours, or by doing the fishing rod move for 48 hours. Not much time left. Please, I'm just getting started at that point. Where's that confounded right answer? The circadian rhythm is a full 24-hour period. And after the 24-hour mark, I pull out the Running Man. That's when things really get nuts. That's the end of a thrilling first round, and you haven't even broken a sweat. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. And don't forget, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Okay, let's do this. Coming up next, a trunk full of junk. Okay, just need to slowly sip from this comically full cup of scalding hot coffee here.
Hey, Danny!
Aha!
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me! Out of my way, Dunny. I'm going on vacation to the Iberian Peninsula.
Okay. What countries are you going to visit on the Iberian Peninsula?
All of them. Which of these places will I not see on my trip to the Iberian Peninsula? Spain, Portugal, Andorra, or Belgium? Spain takes up like the whole thing, Dunny.
Why didn't you pick this?
Spain, Portugal, and Andorra are all on the Iberian Peninsula. Belgium isn't. Which is too bad. I was hoping to get a Belgian waffle.
Hey, careful with those high-calorie treats, Billy. The weight'll go directly to my hand.
Yeah, I'll do the jokes around here, mister.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Here's a good one. Gwen at Work. Which No Doubt song is no doubt the closest to the title of E.B. White's classic children's novel? Don't Speak, Just a Girl, Bathwater, or Spiderwebs? Want to see the right answer? E.B. White is known for writing Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web is, of course, the story about people being surprised a pig could holla back. Shh, don't say a word. Because you just won a mime umbrella from the Mime Weather Channel, where there's 100% chance of no talking. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations.
Follow me down to the sea.
Coming up, this food is delicious. If you've been poisoned by the poissonnier at a fancy restaurant, who almost killed you? The head chef, the pastry chef, the sauce chef, or the fish chef? Saucy. No. Here's where the money is. At fancy restaurants, the fish chef is called the poissonnier. At less fancy restaurants, he's called the guy who heats up the filet-o-fish. Take a stab at Wherefore Fart Thou? Say there were a series of children's potty training books based on the works of William Shakespeare. Which of these titles would tell the story of someone trying to get on a throne? Romeo and Juliet, Osmello, Antony and Cleopatra, or As You Wipe It? The correct answer is Antony and Cleopatra, based on Antony and Cleopatra, would tell the story of a troubled romance while Antony attempts to take the throne of the Roman emperor. And while it's a great educational book, nothing helps a child learn to go number 2 like Richard the Turd. Say hello to freedom! The Presidential Medal of Freedom is the highest civilian award in the United States. According to the White House, the award recognizes those who have made an especially meritorious contribution to the security or national interests of the United States, world peace, cultural, or other significant public or private endeavors. Who has not yet won the highest civilian award in America, the prestigious Presidential Medal of Freedom? Barry Manilow, Julia Child, Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's, or Mr. Rogers? Time is short. Congratulations, not. Smart people choose this. Julia Child, Dave Thomas, and Mr. Rogers all won Presidential Medals of Freedom, all from George W. Bush, by the way. No Barry Manilow. But I'm sure he will win one somewhere down the road. And the president will say, Barry, this one's for you. Looks like you made it. And Barry will say, thank you, Mandy. Copacabana. Brace yourself for... Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Disguise the limit. What disguise do they wear? Good luck. There it is! Which reminds me, I bought hundreds of dollars worth of wigs and prosthetic noses, so the next time I go to the grocery store, I can go through the free samples line several times. Ha ha ha! Suckers, I am saving so much money this way.
You don't know Jack!
Gang, have you felt tired from all that racket and ballyhoo from the so-called music festivals that the teenage beatniks and ruffians do? Or isn't it time to hop to having the music festival that Goldarn plays real music that mature adults and grown-up older people like all of us and you can enjoy? Then come on down to the Hutchinson Community Park for Gerentala Palooza. We got Jerry Gorkin's medium-sized band, the Waltzaholics, assorted Bob Hope impersonators, the sounds of The Price is Right, the Muzak Ramblers, wind chimes, bingo, McDonald's coffee, and a half dozen music boxes that play music. All the fun times and goings about begins at 7 a.m. this Thursday. And don't you worry, Missy, it's over by 2, so you have plenty of time to skedaddle on home before the drug dealers come out and deal their drugs. Take it from me, old man. Hey, can I take this microphone home with me? Huh? Do what? Yeah, okay, I'll just put it down.
Hi, I'm Cookie, and I got my start as a 17th century chimney sweep. Just you? Great. Looks like I'll have to do all the heavy lifting. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Giant kitchen appliances. Huge, elegant, completely impractical giant kitchen appliances.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. So why not get started?
Get ready, time for question.
To begin with, kiss my mascot. Which of these mascots is often seen with a bumbershoot? Mr. Peanut, the Morton Salt Girl, the Pillsbury Doughboy, or the Jolly Green Giant? Here's what a right answer looks like. A bumbershoot is another term for an umbrella, which is a classic part of the Morton Salt Girl mascot. But you know what she needs more than a bumbershoot? A little common sense. She's spilling that salt everywhere. I think you left your brain in your grocer's freezer. But you'll have plenty of room to defrost it in a macrowave from Giant Kitchen Appliances. Giant power cord not included. This wrong answer of the game has earned you $4,000. Don't spend it all in one place. Here's one I like to call Rift Shop. I'm in favor of musicians who use symbols in their names. Pink uses the exclamation point, Questlove uses a question mark, and U2 uses a horseshoe. You sure about that? Okay, I'm told that it's actually just a U. Anyway, if Macklemore wanted to shorten his name using a symbol, what would be the best choice? Mackla this, Mackla this, Mackla this, or Mackla that? This is the greater than symbol, so it roughly translates to Macklemore. But I've heard that thrift shop song enough times. I'm ready for some Mackle less. Am I right?
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here's one for you. Fighting fire with love. And it's time for a 4-alarm dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's an online dating site or a movie about firefighters. If it's a dating site, press the square button. If it's a firefighter movie, press the circle button. Ready? Let's go. Ablaze. Tinder. Scorched. Spark. Backdraft. Heat feel. Firestorm. You were on fire. I don't use dating sites. I meet girls the old-fashioned way by starting a fire in my house and hoping one of them will save me. How about, here's egg on your pantaloons. If while cleaning up the remains of Humpty Dumpty, all the king's horses and all the king's men got covered in his albumin, what might they later ask their dry cleaner? Can you get egg yolk out of silk tights? Can you get egg whites out of billowy cotton shirts? The white of an egg is its albumin. Or as Humpty Dumpty calls it, my guts! My guts! They're everywhere! Ah! This one's called Fortune Favors the Crave. Oh man, I'm starving. Luckily, I stole 18 fortune cookies on my last trip to Walks Up.
Cookie, fortune, cookie, master.
And my fortune says, birds of a feather flock together. Okay, if that's true, then which of these bird pairs probably wouldn't hang out with each other? Donald and Daffy, Woodsy and Hedwig, Big Bird and Tweety Bird, or Woodstock and Foghorn Leghorn? Foghorn Leghorn is a rooster, and the Peanuts Woodstock is a tiny yellow bird of undetermined species, but definitely not a chicken. So you'd expect Foghorn Leghorn to hang out with other roosters and Woodstock with other tiny yellow birds. But instead, they both hang out almost exclusively with dogs. Cartoons are just so unrealistic. That brings a close to round 1. And surprisingly, you're doing pretty well. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. Let's move on, shall we? And on its way, Leonardo Decapitated. If it were based on the original Beowulf story, which part would not exist in the Martin Scorsese film The Beowulf of Wall Street? Leonardo DiCaprio as Grendel, Margot Robbie as Grendel's mother, Matthew McConaughey as Grendel's father, or Jonah Hill as a dragon? Time's running out. Grendel's father is not a character in Beowulf, so he isn't in The Beowulf of Wall Street. This story was cut out by Scorsese in order to trim the film down to a svelte 4-hour and 58-minute running length.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Up next, Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Nickname of star NFL cornerback Charles Tillman. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? It was begging to be picked. Charles Tillman, NFL cornerback who's played for the Chicago Bears, is more commonly known as Peanut Tillman. And if you don't think Peanut is an intimidating nickname, just ask the millions of people around the world who suffer from peanut allergies. Peanuts are scary as shit.
Follow me down to the sea.
Try this on for size. Revenge is a dish best administered rectally.
Oh, my butt.
Oh, don't mind that moaning. That's just Bob the producer in the bathroom. He got back from his trip to Mexico the other day, and he's experiencing a tiny case of Montezuma's Revenge. Hang in there, Bob.
Oh, God, this is the worst day of my life. Oh.
Try not to clog the toilet. Considering who it's named for, what could Bob the producer scream while experiencing his tiny case of Montezuma's Revenge? Curse you, king of the Incas! Darn you, king of the Aztecs! Blast you, king of the Mayans! Or damn you to hell, king of the Kickapoos! Really? Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Montezuma's Revenge is a reference to the Aztec king Montezuma II, who was defeated by the Spanish conquistadors. Hey Bob, I appreciate your work ethic, but maybe you should be doing this at home.
Yeah, I'd rather not do something this disgusting to my own toilet.
Open wide for Every Day I'm Buffering. Because the title contains a prime number, what would be the most appropriate movie to stream via Amazon Prime? 8 Mile, 21 Jump Street, 47 Ronin, or 2001 A Space Odyssey? A prime number is a number that can only be divided by itself in 1. And for some reason, 0 and 1 don't count. I don't make up the rules. Blah, blah, blah. Math, math, math. 47 is the only prime number. Well, it took a while, but I finally came up with parameters that would make it acceptable for me to sit down and watch a Keanu Reeves movie. Next up, Jingle Jangle. Who played the lead in Django Unchained? Jamie Foxx, Jamie Foxx, Jamie Foxx, or Jamie Foxx? No, I'll get this. Jamie Foxx's last name has 2 X's in it. The first X is silent. Step right up to the Jack Attack. Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. My band has a great fictional sound. In which film can I find these fake bands? Good luck. There you have it! There's so many great fictional bands. The Blues Brothers, Josie and the Pussycats, Nickelback. If only they were real.
You don't know Jack!
Hi, I'm Tony Panchisi, owner of DIY Spaghetti Emporium, where DIY stands for Do It Yourself. I mean it. I don't have any staff, so you're doing everything in this restaurant for yourself, and my name isn't Tony Palucci. You're waiting your own table. You're cooking your own meal. And buddy, if you got time to lean, you got time to clean, capiche? So now you think your night's over because your family's done eating, huh? We close at 11:30, so get your ass back out there and wait on that two-top in Section 4. Nobody ducks out early on me, Carmine Pedestro. Have you seen the state of those bathrooms? One of the women's toilets has a clog that could choke a horse. So if you're ready